Monagai is my sicko player in this draft class. And why I call him that is because I was sick enough to watch Rutgers football the past 2 years, watch that dreadful offense, just because I knew Kyle Monagai was the running back. I had to watch them. He's so talented, is so physical. Maybe doesn't have the best track speed in the world, but has a nice little get and go when he cuts. And I'm so excited to talk about him a bit more today, a bit more in better detail, and tell you why Kyle Monagai might be the steal of this draft class when he is drafted in day 3. Kyle Monagai, the first thing you notice when you look at him is his body. He is 5'9" in just pure muscle. I know on ESPN he weighed in at 209 pounds during the regular season. I'm curious to see how much that changes for the NFL, but that's all pretty much muscle. I don't think he has much body fat. If you've ever looked at like a dog who's just muscularly built and they sit down and you look at them like, I'm not picking a fight with that dog, that's Kyle Monagai. That's what he looks like when he's running at you. That's what you have to envision coming at you downhill with the intent to hurt you. Now, Monagai, as I said, he doesn't have great breakaway speed. He ran a 4.6 in the 40-yard dash at the combine and just doesn't have that ability. But when he cuts, he has a little juice to him. He can get and go a bit. He can make cuts on a dime. And he has just that powerful frame, that lower body explosion just to run through someone. It might not get him really downfield really fast, but it's going to get him a couple extra yards. He is not a guy that just goes down easy. And you look at his rushing yards, it's very easy to see that. His first 2 years at Rutgers, he didn't really get much playing time. In his last 2 years at Rutgers, he had close to 500 carries. He averaged 5 yards per carry, had over 2,500 rushing yards, had 21 touchdowns, just was a monster. He has such good lower body control. He has such good contact balance. He just doesn't go down. He is a beast, a monster, and it's just phenomenal to watch him play the game. If I had to pick the team to draft Kyle Monagai, it would be difficult because there's so many teams he fits. Because every team could use just that power back that can get down and get those short yardage, move the chains, or just maybe bring them in some pop in the run game. Because who doesn't want to see a running back just run through someone? We're all football fans at the end of the day. We might like the flashy speedsters that give and go, break down field, roaring like the speed of light. But we also love just the physicality. And what team needs a physical running back more than the Las Vegas Raiders? Now, if you've paid attention to me in these videos, I had the Raiders take Marion Hampton. At this point in the draft process, I'm questioning if he'll be there in the second round for the Raiders to take him. But I watch Kyle Monagai, and I just see a guy who fits a defensive culture, who fits, I'm going to get the rock, and I'm going to run through someone. It's just Pete Carroll. It's the Raiders. You're telling me a guy who is built purely on muscle, who is 5'9", can just run through someone, doesn't scream Raiders? That's a silver and black dream. Now, maybe you could say, well, hey, the Raiders draft fast guys. True. But when the Raiders are great, the Raiders are mean. They're nasty. They're physical. Kyle Monagai is definitely physical. Every time he touches that football, you know something physical is about to happen. And he just fits with that team. And now, one issue you can point out with Kyle Monagai is he doesn't really read blitzing linebackers great. He doesn't read pass protection great, which is not something you really want in a rookie running back or just a running back in general. But he is a rookie, and he is not expected to go extremely high in the draft. Kyle Monagai will be a day 3 pick. And if you were to pair him up with the Raiders, like I said, with Geno Smith, a veteran quarterback who has seen his fair share of blitzes, ask any Seahawks fan about that, Geno could help him diagnose the blitzes, could help him see them coming, learn where to pick them up, and just work with that veteran quarterback to help improve his game. I love Kyle Monagai. I think I made it very clear with the joy and excitement I talked about him during this video because he is such a fun player to watch. My overall thoughts on Kyle Monagai, just talent. He's a talented guy. He is a power back to the max. I would not get confused with him like, oh, he's like a speedster. No, he's very much not. He is built like a power back. He is pure muscle. He is going to run through someone. He may struggle with picking up blitzes, but I do think his frame will allow him to eventually get better at that. He has decent catching ability. I wouldn't say anything special. It's why I really didn't highlight during this video, is because it's nothing to really note of. It's fine. It's solid. It's, again, nothing. But you look at him with the ball in his hands. He was Rutgers' entire offense. Everyone knew Kyle Monagai was getting the ball. They still couldn't stop him. He was a monster on the field. He made Rutgers football good. And that's a very hard thing to do. And if you make a program like Rutgers football good in the Big Ten, you have my stamp of approval. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked the video, I'd appreciate if you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'm uploading NFL draft content every weekday up until the NFL draft. And if you would share this, share the Kyle Monagai love. Join the fandom. It's a very fun fandom. And if you just want to go look up his highlights, I don't blame you. He's an extremely fun player to watch. Physical, just a throwback to football. And hey, if you want more NFL draft content from me, there's a playlist on the screen right now. My most recent upload is on the screen as well. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.